Alright guys, I'm now back in the shop. Okay, this is a little Dodge Journey. Ooh, this one got a little 4-banger in it. No 3.6 Pentastar, it's a 4-cylinder. Checking the light on, it was flashing a minute ago, and this car, you can smell it. Can y'all smell that? It is running extremely rich, although we don't like to use the term rich anymore. Okay, car basically burning too much fuel. The stoichiometric ratio is off by a lot. All right, and what's causing that, I don't know, but as you can see, the checking the light on. So what I'm gonna do is scan it. Now, if I'm not mistaken, guys, some of these Euro models, especially the 4-bangers, they have a may have a recall on your cat converter, because that smells like a cat coming apart. That smell, that is strong. Let me turn this off, okay? Yeah, that smell, I'm gonna smell up the whole shop. All right, guys, so we got some troubleshooting to do. Like I say, what do you start on? Well, number one, guys, I'm gonna tell y'all something I like to do, I tend to do on every 4-banger, simply because it's easy. And especially if they buy a tune-up, something like a tune-up spark plugs. I'm checking compression on every cylinder. 4-bangers, guys, you have no excuse for not checking compression, especially if you're getting ready to do a tune-up. My point is, there's no need in doing a tune-up if the engine's not able to produce the proper amount of pressure. If compression is off, okay? Nothing else matters. Always keep that in mind. If a cylinder is low or dead, absolutely nothing else matters. Don't throw no plugs at it. Don't throw no coil. Nothing. You have to go internally to find out why you have low compression. Okay, and yes, compression can cause your car to run extremely rich. The computer is likely trying to compensate for some, guys. We don't know yet until we scan it and find out the fault codes. But that's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna go grab my interface. Okay, a lot of people call that a pod. I mean, a lot of people call that a scan tool. This is not a scan tool per se. Okay, this is an interface. This is an object you can use to plug into your computer, then go to a computer or even your cell phone for that matter, and pull up data that this is receiving via Wi-Fi hotspot. Guys, what was we doing before all of this technology came? We was doing standalone scan tools, using standalone scan tools. Those days are over, guys. So we got some diagnosis, troubleshooting to do, guys. Without further ado, let's get cracking, man. Stay tuned. All right, guys. Well, welcome back, guys. We're back at the car again. As you can see, there's yellow in a couple of boxes. Y'all know yellow insinuates that there's a trouble code in these perspective modules. Okay, what we're concerned about is the check engine light. Let's go in here and see what these codes are all about. Okay, DTC. All right, guys, this car is running extremely. We got away from using the term rich, but this car is running. You can smell it out the tailpipe. Extremely rich, and based on the fault codes P0171 and P113D, we're having problems. Not so much we're having problems with the oxygen sensor, guys, because some things you got to keep in mind. The oxygen sensors could be doing their job but appear to be the reason for your problems, and that is not always the case. So you got to be careful how you diagnose O2 sensor. Now this O2 sensor is pretty much telling the computer that the system is lean. Is the computer trying to compensate for something? That is the big question. Okay, and O2 sensor 1.1, we got a problem with the O2 sensor 1.1 is typically upstream, because this is a 4-cylinder engine. You're only gonna have 2 oxygen sensors, one upstream and one downstream. All right, now there's something unique about this car, this particular car here, guys, and that is let's go under, let's do this. I want to show y'all something. Recalls. Okay, recalls. We're gonna go see these incomplete recalls. In particular, this one here. FCA has issued a recall on certain makes and model. In particular, the Dodge Journey, Avenger, the Compass, and the Caliber between 2011 and 2016. Guys, what this recall entails is they have problems with the cat converter on these cars coming apart. That could be your reason why your check engine light on, as well as these O2 sensors being set. So what I encourage you guys to do is check and make sure your car has the latest and greatest updates as well as the recalls being done. Okay, so let's read this important note right here. Some of the involved vehicles may be in dealer vehicle. Dealers should also perform the recall. Okay, it's just telling us that we need to get the recall done. The subject: some of the above vehicles may exceed NOx, okay, emission level standards due to loss of cat converter efficiency due to the combination of precise metal usage, wash coat technology, and sulfur levels in the fuel. Okay guys, this is one of those things that the car maker has taken responsibility for, and they also consider it a safety issue. That's why they deemed it a recall. Okay, remember, recalls are a safety issue. Okay, now the repair for this job is simple. Replace the cat converter and program flash update the PCM, and guys, you also get 2 O2 sensor. Here's all the parts that come with this recall. All right, so if your car experienced those trouble codes I mentioned earlier, this is the first thing I suggest you do, guys. Do not waste money. Do not take your car to I'm not gonna call out shop names, but particular shops, because they will do thousands of dollars of repairs to your car when in all actuality you really pretty much needed to recall. FCA has already took blame for this. Okay, in some cases shops will do all of that work. They upsell you and they'll sublet your car to the dealership to get the recall done. Okay, so you got to be careful with stuff like that, guys. All right, so what I encourage you to do, like I say, verify that your recalls are up to date and go from there. But this is pretty much what this car needs. All right, the recall is incomplete, and on top of that, I have trouble codes for O2 sensors, which you're gonna get included in the recall. All right, guys, that's pretty much all I have, guys. I just want to touch on this with you guys, especially all you, what did I say, Avenger, Journey, all you car owners that have these type of cars. Okay, all right, guys, we're back. Recall done, cat converter replaced, O2 sensors replaced. This car is purring like a kitten. I've reset adaptive memory, guys. Always make sure you relearn everything, the adaptive memory, everything. Okay, you don't want this car running off the same setup that was used before the repair. Okay, that's why resetting adaptive memory is very important, guys. It's not even idling rough anymore. Okay, it's not doing anything. So this recall was highly justified. I will say that, very much justified. It actually fixed the problem. All right, I don't smell the running rich, and I can see my adaptive memory is staying normal. Everything is staying normal. You know, of course, after you reset it. Now, last thing you need to do is drive it just to clear any excess. There's nothing in the cat. It's a new cat, so you just wanna drive it. I mean, you just worked on it. There's nothing wrong with going around the block for a mile or two. All right, guys, we done. I'm gonna go park this car and I'm done. That's all I have. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.